Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home.
Welcome, everybody, to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive, and I'm excited about today's show. It's a little cheeky. Is it a sleep problem or a going to bed problem? Yeah, let's talk about that. Before I get into it, have you heard? Hey, did you hear? The Heal Your Hunger Show is approaching episode 500. Come celebrate with us at the fabulous 500 live Zoom studio recording of episode 500. It's coming up soon. You'll be the first to hear the new theme song for the Heal Your Hunger Show, and you'll get connected with other Heal Your Hunger Show listeners. We're gifting 25 people a complimentary ticket to the live Zoom studio recording of episode 500. To claim your ticket and be entered to win prizes, including the grand prize, which is a seat in my concierge program to end emotional eating, all you need to do is write to questions@healyourhunger.com and share one way that the Heal Your Hunger Show has helped you on your path to heal your relationship with food. That's it. Just send an email and tell me why the Heal Your Hunger podcast has helped you. I can't wait to see you at the fabulously 500 live Zoom celebration event. I hope you'll be there. And if you haven't yet taken the quiz on the Heal Your Hunger website, please do, because you'll get a personalized score to find out if you're an emotional eater or a food addict or somewhere in between. Go to healyourhunger.com, take the quiz, and get your personalized score, and then next steps based on your score. Also, did you hear that the Make Peace with Food retreat is coming up very soon? Do you have your ticket yet? The tickets are so crazy reasonable. You will spend 3 days with me online on Zoom in a very transformational retreat setting. Yes, we can create this on Zoom. No matter where you are in the world, you can join us for the Make Peace with Food retreat. Love your food, love your body, love your health. What does that mean? It means we have a live cooking session where a Chef Sean is going to cook some amazing recipes right before your eyes. We have movement sessions, breathing sessions, and of course, we're going to do a deep dive on emotional eating. What drives you to the kitchen time and time again? What are the underlying causes and how to heal them? So I'm so excited to guide you through this process of transformation in 3 days. Of course, transforming your relationship with food might take a little bit longer than that, but we're going to get you started on the right track. No more diets, no more crazy exercise programs, just real healing. So join us, go to healyourhunger.com, get your ticket, and be a part of it. You'll be so glad you did. Amazing, amazing women from all over the world, really craving connection and a deeper conversation about emotional eating and healing your relationship with food. Okay, let's talk about your sleep, shall we? You know, I have clients and I talk to other emotional eaters who aren't yet my clients who complain about sleep. Now, some people have real issues with their sleep, but sometimes it's not a sleep issue, but more of a going to bed issue. And I want to address this because I don't think I ever have on my almost 500 episodes of the Heal Your Hunger Show. And this kind of cheeky comment about having a going to bed problem was actually something that a friend of mine was going through, where he would just complain all the time about sleep and not getting enough sleep and having trouble sleeping, which he did. He has sleep apnea. And so sleeping was a labored experience for him. And yet he also had some sort of compulsivity around staying up at night, making sure he crosses all the T's and dots all the I's, to the point where he was going to bed super late. And then he was super tired, and then he wasn't getting enough sleep, and then he was sleep deprived, and then he had, other consequences from that. Is this sounding familiar? So whatever your reason for staying up late, which I'm going to get into some of the common reasons for emotional eaters, whatever the reason, we have to get honest with ourselves if we are struggling with sleep and see if perhaps we might have a little bit of trouble with actually getting to bed. It's a problem for emotional eaters, Very common problem. So I want to talk about this. So what happens? Why is it? And I have been guilty of this myself. I've been guilty of just staying up and staying up and staying up and then going to bed too late. And what happens when we go to bed too late? Well, we either sleep late in the morning and then our cycle is off, our entire circadian rhythm is off, and our eating is off. It's hard to do 3-meal magic when you're getting up at 9 or 10 in the morning, and then you're eating later at night, which makes you go to bed later, right? And it just becomes this cycle that's hard to break. But the point is, when we are overtired, when we aren't on a regular rhythm of sleep, when we aren't listening to our bodies and we're pushing through tired and then going to bed exhausted, it messes with our eating. I mean, let's be clear. Eating is very connected to sleeping. Our cravings can often come from just being too tired. And if you're not addressing your sleep, if you're not getting honest about a possible going to bed problem, then you're shooting yourself in the foot, sabotaging your ability to lose weight, to say no to temptation, and to have sanity around food. So let's really get into this. Why might an emotional eater very typically stay up late at night? First of all, have you ever heard me talk about the PEP formula? This is what drives emotional eating, the 3 primary drivers. The first P in PEP stands for painkiller. We eat to kill pain to avoid pain. The E in PEP is escape. We eat to escape our own minds because we have racing minds that spend a lot of time worrying and creating worst case scenarios. We also eat as a form of punishment, because when we feel guilty about things or we don't feel worthy of good treatment, we punish ourselves with food. Well, guess what? PEP can also be transferred to the issue of sleep and not going to bed, keeping ourselves up late at night so we're tired, we're not thinking clearly, and we're not getting really the best support for eating healthy foods and making good, clean choices. So what do I mean by that? Well, think about it. Oftentimes we stay up late to avoid feelings. Like we don't want to put our head on the pillow, because once we put our head on the pillow, it's quiet. It's quiet. And then our thoughts might become very apparent to us. We're beating ourselves up about something, or we're worrying about something. And so we just keep in activity late into the night. Like we're cleaning or we're watching TV. Eating and TV go together like peanut butter and jelly. We're just keeping active and with a lot of noise going on, so we don't settle down and feel our feelings, notice our thoughts. So it's just an emotional avoidance technique. Basically, it's a painkiller. We stay up late as a painkiller, just like food. Talk about escape. We also stay up late because keeping the TV on or talking to somebody on the phone late at night or listening to music, whatever else we're doing, being on Facebook, binge watching TV, whatever it is, we do this as a form of escape, to escape our thoughts. And then punishment. Of course, there's a built-in punishment when we are staying up late and waking up not feeling rested, not feeling energized, feeling like we're slogging through the day. So the PEP, painkiller, escape, and punishment, also drives staying up late. It's literally a way that we beat ourselves up. It's a way that we don't take care of ourselves. Now, what are some of the other drivers of staying up late? It might be lack of structure. You might be retired and not really have to be anywhere in the morning, in which case, who cares if you stay up late? Well, I'll tell you, if you're trying to improve your relationship with food, you need to care that you're staying up late, because having your whole system be off in terms of your circadian rhythm and the rhythm of your body, not going to sleep when your body wants to go to sleep, even if you don't feel tired, it could be you're pushing through tired. I have that experience where I'm tired around 10, and if I don't go to bed, I get a second wind. And then I'm pushing through, and then I'm staying up late, and I'm waking up exhausted, okay? So lack of structure in your day might be a reason why you're staying up late. You're like, what have I got to get up early for? That doesn't mean you shouldn't start having a discipline of going to bed earlier. Another reason is nighttime is a reward time. If you've been working all day, you need to relax your mind. And I get that. I feel that way too. My partner and I watch about a half an hour to an hour's worth of TV sometimes, not every night, but often if we're into a show, we'll be like, oh, good, let's watch the next episode, But we don't binge watch typically, unless it's a Saturday night. We don't watch more than one episode because we like to get to bed. We go to bed around 10, maybe 9:30 when we're super tired. But the point is, it's okay to have a reward of a little bit of TV, but you're going to have to really watch that. And I actually did an episode recently. I think the title is TV a gateway drug. Okay. And it drugs us out if we do too much. So this is where moderation is really important, because if you just keep watching, it's going to turn into 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then you're setting yourself up to have an off day the next day, to be tired. I talked to a client today who said, well, I only need about 6 hours of sleep, because she's up till 1 or 2 in the morning. That's actually why I'm inspired to do this podcast, and I said, how do you know you only need 6 hours of sleep? That's all you're getting. So you feel like, okay. And I was the same way. I thought, I can do a 6, 5, not so much. 6, I can do a 6. But over the past year or so, I've been slowly but surely getting more. And it's taken time to work my way up to 7, 7.5 hours of sleep. Thankfully, my partner's been a big help. He's a good sleeper. He gets 8.5 hours of sleep. So he's there and he's encouraging me to stay in bed. And that does help me because I get bored. I'm bored. I'm laying here, in the early morning. So I've worked my way up to more sleep, but it does take discipline, turning the TV off, putting yourself to bed. And I find putting yourself to bed an act of self-care. Staying up too late is an act of self-neglect, just like binging, just like eating crappy foods, right? So it's okay to give yourself a reward at night, not of food. That's not going to end well. But perhaps, limit the amount of TV, one show, one episode. And, it's nice to relax your brain. It's nice to have something else to think about besides work or your family or whatever. But you got to cut it off and get to bed. We also watch TV and stay up late when we're overeating, obviously. Again, binging and TV go together. And if you are overeating and you have the TV on, I know for myself, my nights just turned really crazy. Like they were a nightmare. I'd be up until 2 in the morning binging. And then I'd pass out on the couch. And sometimes I'd wake up on the couch an hour or 2 later. And then I might even eat more food. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. That's why I'm here talking to you today. I never want to go back there again. But the point is, mindless eating leads to staying up late. Okay? Also, if you are super active, which emotional eaters are, we're not just overeaters, we're overdoers. If you're on the go and you're living on adrenaline, it's going to be hard to settle down. You're going to be overstimulated. And you're going to have to do some things to calm yourself down, to slow down, that aren't eating, okay? Like taking a bath, like reading a book in bed. I do love to read a book in bed. I can't make it very long. I make like 3 pages and then I'm ready to turn the light out and go to sleep. But when you're overstimulated and you're on the go, 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 it's going to be harder to wind down. And you're going to have to make a conscious effort to turn the TV off, to leave the kitchen, to leave the computer and get ready for bed. Go brush and floss your teeth, get into bed, start having a ritual around winding down, because the overstimulation can keep you wrapped up tight and spinning hours into the late night. Hormone imbalances can also lead to lack of sleep or feeling wired at night. Your neurotransmitters or hormones might be off, so make sure you're getting checked. Maybe do some testing, some blood work to find out if your adrenals are fired at night or whatever's happening with your body that might be off hormonally. Certainly something to look into. But the bottom line is, as emotional eaters, if we want to overcome our addiction to food, our compulsive overeating, we're going to have to learn to take care of ourselves. And one of the best ways we can take care of ourselves is to put ourselves to bed, is to have good sleep hygiene. You know, every act of self-care we do leads to a feeling of being worthy of self-care. So if you want to improve your sense of worth and your sleep and your relationship with food, get a good night's sleep. Put yourself to bed. Thanks so much. I'll see you on the next show. Hey, did you hear? The Heal Your Hunger show is approaching episode 500. Come celebrate with us at the fabulous 500 live Zoom studio recording of episode 500. It's coming up soon. You'll be the first to hear the new theme song for the Heal Your Hunger show, and you'll get connected with other Heal Your Hunger show listeners. We're gifting 25 people a complimentary ticket to the live Zoom studio recording of episode 500. To claim your ticket and be entered to win prizes, including the grand prize, which is a seat in my concierge program to end emotional eating, all you need to do is write to questions@healyourhunger.com and share one way that the Heal Your Hunger show has helped you on your path to heal your relationship with food. That's it. Just send an email and tell me why the Heal Your Hunger podcast has helped you. I can't wait to see you at the fabulously 500 live Zoom celebration event.